Hello viewers, me and team here, and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 4 Hall of Fame Challenger Series. This is Challenger 5, Game 5, yes. And for those of you who like culture, well, we are in for a second one, because Challenge 4, 5, 5-4 and 5-5 are both culture games. However, they are going to be played very differently. First of all, difficulty is a mere prince. Easy, right? And then you get down to, maybe required. Always War. Interesting. So we are playing an Always War epic game speed Prince culture win. Now, there's some interesting things to note here, viewers. You can see the opponents that must be included: Babylon, China, Greece, Mali, Mongolia, Persia. So, a smattering there of some people who are hard and easy to rush, just depending on what you do. I have a way of getting around this that should work. Also note that you can use any civ in this challenge, and you can you run any map type. This is going to have a big impact, depending on what players select here. It'll have a huge impact on how easy it'll be for them to handle the game. For example, if you play this on, say, Great Plains for some stupid reason, it's going to be extremely hard with Always War, unless you just rush things down to one civ and choke it while you win a culture game. But that would be a very slow way to play the game. Whereas, with what I'm doing, I think this is probably the easiest setup, potentially. There's some luck involved. We are running Hemispheres, which I checked. Hemispheres is a legal Hall of Fame script. You're allowed to use it. I'm running a high sea level, and this will increase the likelihood that civs don't have pre-astronomy contact. Speed epic because it's required. Massive continents, obviously, because the other continents are less likely, they're more likely to have island chains in between. 4 continents with 7 leaders total. This will give me a decent chance of having only one or maybe 2, well, I'm only going to have 1 or 2 other civs on my continent. But what I'm looking for here is a 2-civ continent. It's important to my strategy. Also note that we have nobody that starts with mysticism among our required opponents. I don't think this is a map creator mistake. I think they did that on purpose. We have Always War, Prince Culture, and none of these civs that we are forced to oppose start with mysticism. So we're probably going to want to consider using a civ that starts with mysticism, especially if our plan is to rush somebody out of existence and play out of isolation and try to win before the AI starts landing stacks on us. That's very important. From the looks of the summaries, this is going to require us to win by the early 1600s, or else the AI is going to start causing grief. Now, if I'm lucky enough that they get into war with each other, or just the fact that I'm splitting them onto a lot of continents, gives me a little bit better odds. In fact, I might even go with a 5th continent here, because I don't want too many civs on my continent. Even isolation wouldn't be terrible, but I'd rather not have isolation. I'd rather have 1 opposing civ. So I might need to restart this a few times. We'll see. Other options. No barbarians. No reason to leave them on if they're not required. They'll only hamper me, especially since I'm probably not going to be settling that many cities. Always War because it's required. Lock modified assets because it's required. And no random events because random events are to suck. That's spelled T-E-H there. Yeah. Okay, so we're ready for this. And, one last thing. Why did I pick Isabella? Aside from the fact that she starts off with mysticism and can then, therefore, found a religion. Her other technology is fishing, which isn't great, but it'll work for what we're going for. Yeah. But expansive is a fast growth curve, and spiritual makes the temple construction more cheap, like it did with Gandhi. I could use Gandhi again. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. They start with mysticism mining. It might actually be a better play to use Gandhi. So if you're really playing this to be competitive, I would suggest maybe Inca, maybe Gandhi, or something like that. I think the best times right now actually use Egypt and use the War Chariot to rush out a lot of land early in the game and kill off the early game threats. and that's certainly an option. You can do that. But I don't think that's the best. I mean, you can just play on a map where you meet everybody right away, rush them all, and basically go on a raising spree, but I think that'll slow down the finish date because you're spending so many of your early assets on your growth curve into rushing civs, and it's going to be, even on Prince, where you don't pay a lot of maintenance, somewhat difficult to upkeep that. So we're going to go with Isabella, but I would suggest Gandhi, but we just used him, so for the purposes of Let's Play entertainment, I'm using Isabella because she might be as good, and if she's worse, she's not that much worse. Let's do this! Heart Izzy forever. She's my first Let's Play, and she was a friend to me. She's always a friend to me. You run her religion, well, not always, but you run her religion, she likes you. You can work with that. Okay. Couple things here. I don't like this start, so we're going to go ahead and regenerate. We're going to do this a few times. And I see Tundra here. I want a decent capital for culture, among other things. Here I have some jungle land, and all... Oh, you can settle and still regenerate, so... Very interesting. Okay, this, similar to the Gandhi thing, this isn't the best start in the world, but I think it's a playable start. We have 2 corn, and actually we have a tremendous amount of food. We're going to have a GP farm capital again by the looks. Okay. Yes, we are opening with a religion. Who does that? Well, when you know that all your opponents can't, then you can. The other thing we will do, warrior. And do I want to emphasize hammers on it right away, or do I want to grow first? I think it's technically a little bit faster to just work the hammers right away if you have a 3-hammer tile. But I value commerce in the early game here, decent bit too. So that's that. As for which way to explore first, we have a hut here. I guess I'll just go for the hut. We're an epic. We can afford some frivolous movement because of that. Yeah. Noob move! Go right for religion! But I think the map designers rigged it on purpose so that we got a different look at gameplay than you would normally see. In other words, they changed the rules such that it's a reasonable play. And okay, here we have Darius. And I get some money. So good. We met one civ. And hopefully we're not going to meet too many others, because this game will be hell if I do. And he came from the west. Making me nervous, and a wandering warrior would kill me. No, he has a hunting start, and he'll be using his other warrior to defend. Okay, so there's the Persian borders. Good, good. Babylon 2. That is unfortunate. I wasn't expecting 2 civs. We're going to go ahead and try anyway, but I don't like my chances here. Anyway, now that we've grown to size 2, I think it's time... Well... I was going to say, I think it's time to just stagnate and spam warriors. We are warrior rushing this game, viewers. I don't think there's a better approach. I think the best approach is to limit the number of civs who spawn near you, and warrior rush. And yeah, there's a... the problem with Hammurabi is that, and I might as well just convert, it's not like anyone's gonna like me more or less because of it. Ever. Yeah, the problem with Babylon is he starts with aggressive, which a lot of my opponents do, making a warrior rush a little bit more chancy. But it's, you know, you get enough, you're going to do fine. But I need to find them. Need to find them quickly. With a warrior rush, you probably want 5 or 6 warriors hitting your opponent. Anything more, and you've kind of overbuilt. Anything less, and you have a good chance of not successfully capturing the city. You know what I should be doing? Is I should be taking one of these warriors out for a spin. Ugh, come on now, don't fudge my micro game. It doesn't matter which 2-hammer tile you work, just work one. Okay, since I have scouting down there, I'm going to go this way with this guy. Yes, we're playing with luck here. We really don't have a choice. The returns of an earlier warrior rush, should it be successful, are rather immense, and I don't know what Hammurabi's doing with his unit there, but I'm just going to avoid that for now. I don't want to engage that, because if I take his capital, it's going to kill him, so if he doesn't force me to, I'm not going to fight him in anywhere else but his capital. Oh right, I can't move there. I have a feeling Hammurabi's south of me, judging by when I met him and where the direction his scout came from. I think it hung west and then came up northeast to meet me. Yeah, this is a lot of land. And then hopefully I don't meet anyone from sailing, because that would kind of do me in. Well, it would do me in on having a competitive finish time, and I could obviously handle it, but... Do I want to grab mono? I think I might need to do that. Well, we can go ag first. Man, okay, so it's like I thought. And I just really need them not to get archery. Or metal. Obviously, bowmen would own me more than a little bit. They would own me a lot. So that's something to consider. And yeah, I'm going to risk this warrior coming up after me. He probably should. If he were a multiplayer player, he probably would. Ugh, God. Of course there'd be a lake blocking my point of entry. But yeah, we're going for Babylon first, because they're aggressive, so their additional units would be more problematic than additional units belonging to the Persian Empire. And also bowmen, hard counter warriors, and really any early rush except for horse-based rushes, which of course are whatever. Yeah, I'll just spam out more warriors for Persia, and we just have to hope this works. I can't guarantee it's going to, but I can guarantee it has a chance of success, and that's what matters. I really wanted to only meet one civ, though. I guess it'll slow the global tech pace down a bit if I kill a second one, so if it works, maybe it's for the best, but that's only if it works. Also, not looking like I'll be able to get a worker. Oh, maybe. That worker is so juicy. Oh, nope, I lose. 0% odds. I actually had an outside shot, but okay. So what you do in this case is you exit to main menu and try again. And hope you get a better draw, because if that were a regular archer, I would probably have won. Alright, so, once again, Hammurabi, good old Chinese leader, Alex, because Alex is fun times, Mansa Musa. And yeah, so you really only have time to warrior rush one civ, as you can see. I got a little unlucky there. I also hit one warrior too late because I went for the second person I found. Same strategy though. Isabella. Maybe I want to go through polytheism to try to get to Judaism. That'll guarantee me 2 religions. I'll pick up a third down the way. I'll have 3. That's probably good. Same thing. Hemispheres, number of continents, 5 continents. Can I not spawn on a continent with 3 civs, please? With 5 continents? Okay. I mean, come on. There's only 7 factions. Why would you put 3 on a continent? RNG loves me. Okay. Settings still Kano. Bars always Warlock. Modified events. Yeah. Okay, off we go again. This is certainly something unconventional, and by showing it on YouTube, if it turns out to be a good strategy, I might get copied and out-microed and beaten, but watch me not care. If I have that kind of good impact on the community, all the better. And once again, knowing that nobody can do that, we're just going to open up with warriors. A little bit weaker on commerce, and they're just going to grow to 2 again and pound out warriors. This is a more standard start to some extent. Another GP farm capital. And watch, there won't be anyone on my continent. That would kind of be bad too. I would probably still play it out unless I met somebody through sailing, in which I'd quit again. And I apologize for doing this, but I think it's the best way to approach these settings. Oh, good. More Lolar huts. Look at that. Like more than a tech's worth of gold instantly. Beautiful, beautiful. Now this is big enough, there should probably be someone else. But we shall see. And okay, we are at pop 2. No. I guess we have to tile micro. Doesn't matter. Plains forests or forested hills, grassland hills, same thing. You'll get the same amount of production on either. Oh, very nice. Very nice. And we'll just keep looking. And I haven't met anyone yet. This is interesting. Maybe I'll let the governor grow me. Just in case. I can always swap back to hammers. And I should take advantage of that experience draw to get more movement through forests via Woodsman 2. It's not a bad gun, it's whatever. Interesting. Well, okay. Now we should probably work a proper worker build into this. And again, if I meet someone from a fishing boat and I can't kill them early, it's just going to be another restart. It's not ideal, I admit, but what can you do? And it's certainly not looking like I'm going to be meeting anybody, at least not easily. So, okay, we'll go agriculture. And wow, not seeing a lot of good cottage land here. I mean, this is definitely GP farm with 3 5-food tiles, a 6-food tile. Very good to that. This doesn't look like a good cottage city, though. I don't really have any good cottage cities. Interesting, trying to win a culture win off this. I mean, I guess I could go Sistine and artists. It's not like I have to worry about running a religion. Okay, pop 3, worker. We'll go worker right away. Oh no, I don't. Well, we'll go through agriculture to animal husbandry. It's not like I need the help against barbs or anything from hunting. Shoot. Miss micro up the butt, but whatever. It should have occurred to me that I wouldn't get animal husbandry in time. I'll get that workboat out. Alright, now I'm just going to automate it with this guy, because I've seen most of the landmass. And it's really just a waiting game to see if I'm going to restart or not. Playing very fast and loose when I probably shouldn't be. There haven't been very many submissions on this game, actually. If you can believe that. Now, I think part of that is the Always War is a tense setting. It just is a tense setting. And having a coastal capital like this is going to make it even more interesting. But whatever. I need my 6 cities, so let's see. That's a pretty good one. This one's nice and close and can be used right away. I'll go ahead and settle it here, because I already have the ability to work that corn, or wheat. Yeah, nice corn. Brilliant. Could consider mids in my second city. In fact, I probably will on my way to Judaism. Do I have the wheel? No, of course I don't. Could probably work it in. So there. It's a fairly obvious production site. What does that put me at? 4. And anything here is fine. Good fishing village, 5. I love the gold with no food. I mean, I could maybe place a city like this and work 2 gold. The problem is it'll take longer to develop, and it's really not much better as a city long term, so I don't think so. But yeah, 4... Oh no, that's 5 cities. I only need 1 more, so there'll probably be one up in the east or something, or northeast. Or maybe I could just plant a fishing village and whip the crap out of it. It's fine. Another warrior wouldn't hurt for garrison. Yeah, okay, or we can just drop a fishing village here. That's fine too. And then we'll... Oh, nope, we don't need to loop them any longer. Let's go ahead and build the workboat. Or should I? Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to want to grow while gaining the ability to whip. I think that's fine. And this is encouraging. I haven't met anyone yet, so... Mining... Bronze working. Having gold is going to help us a lot. This is a sick trying to win a culture victory before anyone meets us. I don't really need to emphasize hammers any longer. And then I guess I can just start farming this wheat tile while I'm waiting. Build another worker while waiting for bronze working to come in. Then get some chops going to get some settlers out. Yeah, that'll work. I don't want anything that produces something other than artists in my capital, which is going to be producing the majority of my great people. So I'm not going to build Stonehenge or anything like that. It's not even that important that I get Stonehenge. And I might actually miss Judaism, which might not be the best. Okay. It doesn't really matter which forest, grassland, hill I pursue here. I'm going to get another worker because they're nice and cheap for expansive, and it'll allow me to chop all these forests. No to slavery just yet. I'm going to go wheel, masonry. We'll give monotheism a shot then, unless it's already been founded. I mean, we do have the gold tile, so it's worth a try. And yeah, this is going to be farms in these early cities. I'm going to want to get City 3 over there on the gold somewhat early. This is going to be one of my legendaries, I think. Even though I'm only going to be able to work a handful of grassland cottages in it. Yeah, you do what you can.